I'm going to show you how to paint a landscape painting, but modify from the photo reference. I'm going to make the space between the foreground and the background even a little bit greater distance. So I'm going to put the edge of the water right in here. You can use graphite pencil if you like to do the printing, the drawing, like this. But try not to do the graphite pencil drawing based on because you're afraid of um, the making a mistakes. And making a mistake is okay, part of the painting. But the printing is necessary. And I'm going to have the mountain in the really far back, the light blue colors. I'm going to have a little bit higher over here, like that. You can feel free to change anything you want in the photo reference. And the front over here, I'm going to have this and come in a little bit. I'm going to have this become more dominant. Okay, coming over here, I'm going to get up and have the hill like that. And that's good. And have a little bit coming over here. And I will just remove the rocks at the front. That's just good. And I'm gonna have the trees probably here, like right in this area. Just make a little suggestions. So remind myself, like over here, something like that. And after that, I'm gonna paint a little humans over here. Okay, so it has quite a bit of clouds in the sky over here. Let's start from the sky. And I'm going to take this 1.5 flat brush. For this time, I'm going to wet the sky area first, but I don't want to make it too wet. So let's see. I'm going to make this area. That's good. Use a paper towel. Just lightly remove the excess water, just a little bit like this. Now what I want to do is a little damp the paper, and what I'm gonna create a little clean space. Don't want the yellow color, I want just the blue color in the sky. Right over here. Clean this space. A little bit more clean. You don't have to clean the whole color palette. Okay, just clean the space that you need, because other colors it may be useful. Let's see, I'm gonna take this Prussian blue, just like that. I'm gonna start painting. I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna include all the clouds. I'm gonna have the cloud come in like this. Okay, a little bit like this. And just think about how you want the space to be. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have the blue color come in over here. Okay, now down here have a little bit lighter. I'm gonna maybe have a little bit cloud over here. Leave a little cloud like this. Now this is good. I'm gonna have a little blue colors again, but a little bit more water at the bottom here. That. And have a little lighter space over here, like that. And I have going to just the damp soft brush. Just lift up a little color over here. So make a little illusion of little soft, a little bit like this. And a little soft edges right over here. And maybe also little soft edges over here. Look like the little edge of the cloud, soft like this, a little soft over here. So there's many ways to paint the clouds, depends on the time of the day. And over here too, I'm gonna softly remove some color over here, but I'm gonna make a little softer at the edge. A little bit soft edge over here. So it's not all soft edges. Some have soft edges, some have a little bit harder edges. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna make a little soft outside over here too. Like that. That's good. I'm gonna have little soft edges over here. Here you go. That's good. Now the clouds coming along very nicely. And lift up the color over here. So make it a little bit softer. Feel like the clouds. A little soft over here. A little soft edge over here. Like that. That's good. And a little soft over here too. So focus on how to build the feeling of the clouds. And the bottom over here, a little soft too. It's so much fun. And I'm gonna make a little soft over here. And I'm also have a little soft edges over here too. Dry your brush. Just use your fingers. Squeeze some water away. So you're gonna see control how much water you want in your brush. Okay, that's good. I'm also going to have this a little bit softer come in over here. So make this area of the clouds a little bit softer. Okay, that's good. I'm going to soft this too. And I'm going to lift up a little color over here. Someone asked me is, how do you lift up the color? And depends on what kind of effect that you want in the area. And you can lift it up at different time. And I'm going to have a little lighter blue color coming over here. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to lift up the edge over here. And even though after it totally dried, you still can lift up some color. Like that. And when you think they are shapes, the shapes, edges, and how the color work together. And now it looks pretty good. Now it looks like a feeling like a sky. That's good. Okay, now I'm gonna leave this guy alone. I'm gonna come into the water. And the water, and you can say have a little bit green color, but I don't want to have that much green color. So I'm gonna paint it also with the blue colors like this. Coming over here. And we're gonna have some reflected of the tree in the water. The front over here have a little bit green, so we just have a little bit yellow color. I'm gonna take a little yellow color. That's good. And that you can mix the color right on the paper. Have a little bit blue color back in here. That's good. Now the water looks good. Now next, what I want to do, I'm just gonna build up the tree in a little distance. Now I'm going to use 1-inch flat brush, a little bit smaller. So what I want, I'm gonna have a little soft feeling. I'm gonna get a little green, a little yellow color, mix a little green, but this is a little bit too bright. You know what you're gonna do? Mix the third primary color, which is the red. Now you make a little bit more neutral. Gonna put a little the feeling of the tree over here. Now the color close to dry. That's good. Still have a little soft feeling like this. Think about the shape. How the shape you want it to look like. Like this. That's the suggestions of those three. Like that. Coming over here. And right underneath, I don't want the color in this midground look too dark or too sharp. I want it to look a little bit more farther away from the foreground. I'm gonna have this green color, but a little bit more red color into it. I'm gonna connect that as the land right over here. There's the grass. Like that. Now a little subtle difference. I'm gonna have a little red color with a little blue color and add a little bit darker suggestion for the shadow of the tree because this is a little closer to us. Like that. That's good. Now next, what I want to do, I'm going to get a little bit like a yellow color into here, maybe a little red, more like a distance orange color. Okay, a little red. That's good. I'm gonna put this color right over here. Oh, I want it to be a little warmer. Again, a little yellow, and that's good. That's good. As it farther away, I'm gonna have the color a little bit lighter, a little bit gray, and coming like that. It'll be put back a little bit warmer color. Okay, like this. Looks good. Coming into the distance. Now looks good. Now at this point, I'm gonna start adding some reflected light. The reflected colors, not reflected light. I'm gonna just have a little bit lighter green color and put it right over here. Like that, a little softly. So feeling like the reflected of the tree up there. That's fine. And I'm gonna come back to soften the edge a little bit and have a little bit feeling like a reflected into the water. That's good. Right. Now in the water over here, I do want to have a little bit of feeling of like the ripple, like that. Have a little bit. And after this dry, I'm going to have a couple lines created. It's good. Okay, now I'm going to come to the foreground. Now I'm going to add the orange color first. And there's a little bit brighter orange. Okay, a little bit more yellow. Okay, start here. Maybe start this one first. This one look a little bit closer, a little bit brighter. Okay, let's see. Like this. I don't want to make this solid yet. And Just use the side of the brush, painting it like this. Okay, that's good. And then a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit yellowish, a little bit color, a little bit lighter over here. And see this coming up on the hill over here. All you see, they're just colors. And in between, there's some green grass, like that. That's good. Right? See the color brighter at the front, and also a little sharper. I'm gonna get a little red color on the edge over here. I'm gonna have some changes of colors. That's good, like that. And now I'm gonna have a little brown color at the front. I'm gonna take this color, add a little bit blue color in, something a little bit different, like over here. I can leave some gap if I want. I'm gonna have a little bit darker color, like that. I'm gonna keep some texture. I'm gonna have a little darker details later, like that. That's good. Now the front over here, I'm gonna have some bright green color. That's good, like that. And coming to the front over here, a little bit like that. That's good. Now I'm gonna come back over here, put this yellow-green color in the middle over here, and let it have some texture. That's fine, like that. A little bit more yellow coming over here. So when you paint, you don't have to overpaint it, overthinking. Okay, that's good. And now I'm going to add some darker color at the area close to us, like right over here, like that. Tap, and that's fine. And over here, maybe a little bit darker. Just use the corner, like that. That's easy. And I'm gonna have a little bit, look like a little bit brown color in the middle over here. So a little bit darker, like that. That's good. A little bit over here too. That's good. Now we're gonna, now this is already dried, so I'm gonna come back here, just use this 1-inch flat brush. What I want to do, I'm going to lift up a couple lines, look like the water effect. That's good. We see this all the time when we in the river or in a lake. And also make this a little bit lighter. I'm gonna throw a little bright blue color here if I want. Okay, like this. And maybe the way is fine. Okay, little line suggesting the wind blowing on the river. Okay, that's good. Now the background, I think I can put a little bit organized, a little bit better. Like say, this is a little bit darker, this is a little bit darker, and then a little light. That probably look better, like that. Now I'm going to walking into the trees in the foreground. Now what I want to have the color a little bit changeable. So first I'm gonna have the little bit more green color first at the bottom here. like this. A little bit darker. Get a little bit blue color first, and get a little yellow color. Okay, here we go. That, like this, just the shape. Okay, it may be a little bit too dark, so we're gonna see. I'm gonna add a little red color in here. Now, here we go. Now we're gonna have to make sure you have something see-through into the sky. Just open your feeling, let your feeling be part of the painting. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, coming over here. Okay, just the corner of this flat brush. Consider this is only the first round. Like this. You see how you make it into nice grouping. And also some nice variety have, like this will be one group, right? And this another gap, this is another group. I'm gonna make the bottom over here a little bit darker. Let's see. And the tree looks interesting now. Now I have to come back over here. This looks like coming down a little bit too much. I'm gonna just dry my brush and I'm gonna just lift it up. That's pretty easy. So no need to panic. Okay, that's fine. That actually looks good. I'm gonna get a little yellow color right over here, like that. And also on the top, I also want to make a little lifting on the top of this, so you can see a little bit light from the top. That's good, like that. Okay, a little light on the top. Just use the lifting. Okay, I'm also going to use a little bit more green. Just over here, I'm gonna have it a little bit darker, like that. That's good. A little green over here too. A little bit texture at the front. That's good. Alright, now I'm going to use a little bit smaller brush. And I'm going to use this calligraphy brush. And coming in to do a little bit more suggestions on the tree. I'm going to add a little blue colors. Here you go. Maybe a little yellow. That's good. Let's see. I'm going to have a little bit coming up. Like that. I'm going to have that's good. And maybe a little bit coming up here. I'm gonna have somewhere a little bit shadow, a little bit darker. So I'm gonna add the blue and the red together and have a little bit shadow underneath, like right over here. A little soft blending is good. And a little bit over here too. So a little bit over here. So with the shadow, and we can develop a better illusion of grouping. That's good. Like that. Look interesting. And at this point, I'm going to do a little scratching. It's just to suggest a little line. Let's see. That's good. Like the trunk, the tree trunk. Like that. Looks good. And use this one, maybe have a little light shape. Okay, this is good. Now I'm gonna add a little bit darker color at the bottom over here. That's good. That's the shadow. That's good. I'm gonna add a little bit detail, a few sharper line at the front over here. I try to make this and the background a little bit more distance, a little bit difference. The details, how much detail that you applied, how much contrast that you applied in a certain area, suggesting the distance from us. That's good. Now at the same time over here now, I'm gonna have some reflected suggestions and have a little bit like a little bit greenish color like this. This reflected in the water, right? That's good. Directly coming down from the vertical, coming down like this. I can leave a little gap at the edge of the water. Like that. That's pretty easy, right? And also over here, some reflected up the hill. Maybe also over here too. A little reflected up the hill. This is good. On the edge over here, I can just use the brush, make it a little bit softer. And now in here, I decided to make it even a little bit darker. A little bit darker in here. Like that. Now take a look at the water. I think the water I can have a little bit more blue. So I'm gonna make sure it is even. Okay, now have a little bit water coming through like this. Leave the white gap. And coming to the reflection too. Enough. That's good. Now I'm gonna have make the reflected over here a little bit darker. That's good, like this. Now, on the top here, I'm gonna have a little bit yellow color. Add a little bit yellow color right over here. And I want that just like a little drive. I'm gonna add a little color back in here. That looks good. And also have a little yellow color in here too. It looks like there's a shape over here. Okay. Now, everything coming along very nicely. Now, what I'm going to do as the last thing, I'm going to use a small brush and looking at there is a couple figures on the land in the foreground. So I'm going to I'm going to put at the shape right over here. Like I said, I can move it to a different location. Someone walking down to the water. Okay, and I'm gonna have another person, just one more person in the red dress. Like this. Like that. Now, I'm gonna carefully put a little light blue color for the pants for the first person. Like that. Maybe not so dark, so I'm gonna leave up a little color. That's good enough. And I'm gonna give a little suggestions of actually his hand, his arm coming forward. This one. That's fine. And I'm gonna put the red color on the second person's shirt. I'm gonna a little orange color instead. Take this yellow and the red. Here you go. I'm gonna put like this. That's good enough. Maybe a little bit cast shadow underneath. A little bit far away, so cannot really see too much. I'm gonna change the season, so I'm gonna add a little red color in the background. On this one, a little bit over here too, like that, probably okay. And I think looks fine for this tree over here. Okay, I don't want to change too much over here. And the last thing I like to add to it is the distant mountain. And so I'm going to use a smaller brush. I'm going to just add the blue color. I'm going to take the blue color. Here you go. Right over here. Like this. I'm going to make it a little bit higher. Like that. Here we go. If you throw a little blue colors in this location, I think everybody would imagine it is the distant mountain. Underneath over here, I'm going to have a little bit, look like a little bit closer. A little bit like warmer color, have a little bit like purpleness color right over there. And then this painting is finished.